we are ranking each of the different hero specializations available in the War Within. In this video, we're taking a look at the Druid of the Claw, one of the Druid specializations available to Guardian and Feral Druids. With absolute mastery over their Druidic forms, the Druids of the Claw were renowned warriors that were respected far and wide. We're going to go over this hero spec's concept, implementation, power, and then give it an overall score.
Zazaze.
Okay, so the concept of the Druid of the Claw is that you're a member of those elite masters of shapeshifting. The Druids of the Claw are known characters throughout the world. We've seen people with that title all over, and they're always impressive druids to come across. This is the perfect class fantasy for Feral and Guardian druids, and I think they absolutely nailed what players want to be, with a 5-star concept implementation. Druid of the Blank is basically what I would want each of the different hero specializations to be if I was in charge of it, and this one just nails it on the head. Alright, so let's talk about the implementation. There is a proc-based chance that one of your main abilities is going to be replaced by Ravage, a wide arc attack in front of you that deals big damage to all targets and puts on a powerful bleed. For Feral Druids, this will replace Ferocious Bite, and for Guardian Druids, this will replace Maul. There is a relatively low chance for this to happen, and it only happens off of your auto attacks. The proc per minute is not extraordinary, but it is coming up often enough that you feel a decent amount of power from it. The two enhancers to Ravage in the tree, one makes it apply a powerful bleed to the target that's going to reduce the damage that they deal to you, and the other gives you an attack speed buff for a short duration after applying it, or makes it so that it gives an agility buff. Killing Strikes gives a cool effect that makes it that the first time you use Tiger's Fury each combat, it gives you a Ravage proc. That can be a really reliable way to get that bleed out immediately on the fight. Wild Power Surge is a really cool talent option that makes you charge up Earth Sign and Feline Potential, whichever is the opposite of the spec that you are. Once this potential gets up to 8 stacks, it'll make it so that one of your abilities in that opposite form is going to be empowered. So for Feral Druids, it's going to make it so that when you mangle or swipe, they have massive increases to their damage, with a 300% increase for mangle and a 75% increase for swipe. Planning this out and using it for AoE moments is going to be really powerful. For Guardian Druids, you gain 6 stacks, and then when you turn to cat form, you're going to instantly have 5 combo points, and you can immediately put out a Ferocious Bite or a Rip. Both of them deal 225% increased damage from this proc. Wild Shape Mastery makes it so that when you turn into a cat, you retain 80% of your defenses from a bear, so that shift weaving playstyle while you're a tank is not going to feel punishing. It also makes it whenever you turn into the bear, you heal for a decent chunk of damage that you took as a quick defensive cooldown. The Capstone ability is just going to make it so that whenever you berserk, you're going to have a lot more opportunities to get Ravages, which is exactly what you want from a Capstone for this. More Ravages, the better. This whole shift weaving style is really cool and really makes you feel like you're utilizing both forms, as a Druid of the Claw should. I think implementation-wise, again, they just nailed this one. It is a 5 out of 5 in implementation. Power-wise, this thing can be really strong. The potential to get a lot of Ravages off with some reliable procs, as well as that Capstone giving you the option to possibly have a lot of Ravages in a short duration, can be really, really strong. However, the downside of it can be pretty severe. Procs coming at inopportune times where you can't utilize the Ravage, or a drought of procs can really make this feel lackluster. There's a lot of complicated interactions throughout this tree, with Fluid Form and Heart of the Wild being really core to getting the maximum potential out of it. Managing that feline and earth sign potential is going to be key to making this thing work out well. But you are going to lose quite a bit of survivability and useful utility talents to be able to get these nodes. Because of the Feast or Famine option in here and a little bit of the unreliability of the random proc chance, I'm going to have to give this thing about a 3.5 out of 5 stars for power. It can have high potential, but a little bit too often it's going to not quite land on where you want it to land. But I think this gives this spec an overall 4.5 out of 5 stars. They nailed the concept, they nailed the implementation, and the power differences is something you're going to have to just deal with these proc-based and rotational changes that are available in the specialization. I think it's worth it, and I think those that get really good at this are going to be extraordinary. That's my thought of the Druid of the Claw hero specialization. I'd love to hear what you think of it in the comments below. I'm Zesty Fresh Zaza Games, and we'll catch you guys next time.